Good morning, Vietnam. I did not warm up my voice today. Yeah, I went for a run. Run was good, actually. We have pretty shitty air quality where I live right now. But I don't know. I managed. It was good. Arnvald's Adventure. Yeah, continuing on with Final Fantasy XIV. Same old, honestly. Beat Stormblood last time. When last we left our heroes, we killed the Crown Prince of the Empire. And, his dad said skill issue. Which is a bit, disheartening, I guess. I don't know how to put it. I thought about maybe doing, like, Gunbreaker and Dancer quest today, but, I think I'm going to save that. What do you unlock? I have no idea what you... Oh, you're probably all hard mode dungeons. And then raid, because you're wedge and that's what you do. That you require. Fractal Continuum. Okay. A lot of dungeon stuff here. A lot of dungeon and raid stuff to do here. Curious to see how it goes in the future. Alright, Lise. Yo! Okay. This will actually be really cool. Lise seems troubled.
Come to see how we're getting on?
Oh good, a voice cutscene.
We've made good progress since we took back Alamigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address. Leadership. The Domans had Lord Hien ready and willing to take the throne, but we've got no one like that here.
Oh. You won't?
Theodoric was our last ruler, and he wasn't called the Mad King for nothing.
Ooh. Yeah, fair enough.
Suffice it to say, our people have had their fill of kings, which means we need to find a new way forward.
You need a representative democracy?
Only it were that easy. Everyone and his uncle has an opinion. For the time being, we're just going to have to keep leaning on General Aldin and the Alliance for support, and see if we can't find a solution together. Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future.
I didn't realize that dress was backless.
But if that's what it takes, I'm ready to talk till my jaw aches.
Kinda hate that rhyme. But
The
good
reach
on
is
you,
yours,
Lise.
Nago. Don't do
Committing to-
anything I wouldn't.
Aye, aye, Commander.
A lot of people saying that in this expansion. Don't do anything I wouldn't. Oh yeah, we also broke out into song. After
there you are.
killing the Crown
I've been
Prince.
searching all over for you. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. That said, this might not be the best place to talk. Will you join me? I'll get to the point. Might you be interested in a spot of adventure? After all, we were adventurers before we were scions, were we not?
Yeah. Still an adventure to an extent.
After routing the Imperials and liberating Alamigo, I reckon we've earned a bit of respite, don't you? And what better way to spend it than by returning to our roots?
Amen.
So, what say you? Shall we call on Alphino and go adventuring?
Oh. He's literally just like, yeah. Twist my arm, why don't you? Like, hey, let's sneak off and go have some fun. Right then, let's go and find Master Lavalier. Actually, leave that to me. Want you fresh for our little adventure. Wait for us by the Aetheryte. We'll be along shortly. See you there. There we go. I was wondering what the emote was. Just gonna enjoy this music for a second. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to the... Get back to the actual meaningful event. Greetings, Arden. Would seem we are to accompany Arenvold on some manner of escapade. Have you any idea of what we've gotten ourselves into? Allow me to explain. It'll be something of a history lesson, but I'll try to be brief. Not snoring, if you please. Now, the events I would speak of occurred before the occupation, back when Alamigo was still a monarchy, and Theodoric sat at the throne. A uniquely brutal despot, by all accounts. That he was. The King of Ruin suffered no rivals, real or imagined. And his dispute with the monks of the Fist ended with Ralga's Reach being burned to the ground. Yeah, in the latter years of his rule, he was seized by the unshakable belief that unseen forces were conspiring to steal his crown. So he ordered that every soul with a claim to the throne be executed, including his own family. What could this be inspired by, I wonder? Wealth of the poor swords he put to death became the property of the king, and it said that these royal treasures were hoarded somewhere in the palace. Thus was born the legend of the Mad King's Trove. Ah, I believe I see the direction our adventure is to take. I assume you have a mind to unearth this hidden bounty. You assume correctly. And would I also be correct in assuming that this legend is widely known? Others must surely have gone in search of your prize, tempting as it seems. Well, of course we won't be the first to make the attempt. Following Alamigo's liberation, more than a few eager soldiers turned the palace upside down in hopes of claiming an easy fortune. But even after scouring every room from dawn till dusk, they uncovered not a single coin. Their gold lust drained away as quickly as it had come, and the legend of the Mad King's Trove remains simply that, a legend. But I see you have no intention of letting the story end there. What self-respecting adventurer would? Imagine the three of us delving into a decades-old mystery. Tell me the thought doesn't set your heart to racing. Yeah, it sounds like good fun. Alright, I want to see what this... Oh, is it just /box? I've been waiting for an emote like that, though. Oh, it makes me put my weapons away for that? I want my weapons out. I'm a monk. How come I can't box with my weapons out? Here, hold on. Let me try something. Deep freeze, wet attire. Seriously, there has to be a boxing emote with my weapons out. Alright, well, we'll do that later. Ooh, level 370. Hold on. Let me hold on. Choice paralysis real quick. 290. Well, 370. And I'll probably only get one of these. Oh, these are accessories. Okay, I guess which of my accessories are lowest? 70, 270, 240, 245. Monk might be lower. 288, 300. No, Monk's higher. Okay. We'll take the tank accessories then, I guess. You can almost see the wheels turning in Alphino's head. News of Doma and Alamigo's liberation has kindled the flames of revolution in every corner of the Empire. I hear the imperial province of Dalmasca has already risen up in rebellion. Which means the Garleans must surely have their hands full. What better time than now to indulge in such a diversion? Tell us, Arenvold, have we any clues as to where we might begin our search? Well, judging by how the other treasure hunters fared, nosing about the palace isn't likely to get us anywhere. So, probably need to, ask around. Would that be another way of saying no? Well, yes. I see. In that case, I shall pay a visit to the Allied Archivists and request access to records seized from the Imperials. The Garleans are meticulous about such things. If they uncovered the trove during their occupation, the event is certain to have been recorded. In the meantime, the two of you can track down those who worked as palace servants and officials in Theodoric's day. Given that they would have been at least 20 at the time, you'll be looking for people who seem 40 summers or more. Anything they can tell you about the king and his bloody deeds may prove useful, so be sure to listen well. Arenvold, pray try your luck in the fringes and the peaks whilst Arden makes rounds in the Alamigan quarter. Ha! And there I was, thinking I was the party leader. Not that I mind, of course. Let's be about it, eh? We can meet afterwards at Gilbard's Gate. Okay. I do like this robe. I need to go through, like, different monk fashions and kind of, like, what's possible. Real quick, I am going to travel to Idyllshire to get another Wondrous Tale. Because half a level is actually becoming quite a lot. Well, I guess the leveling dungeons do a lot for me. Even so, it's nothing to squander. Even though I've squandered it week over week. I've turned in like one Wondrous Tales journal the entire time I've had access to it. Still don't know what relic weapon I want for monk. Alright, when do you expire? 10 days? No. 2 weeks from now, actually. But it's not retroactive. Labyrinth of the Ancients, Void Arc. I need to do a deep dungeon. I haven't done any, and I've wanted to do them since I started, excuse me, since I started, Final Fantasy. Chocobo pajamas. You like the hairstyle, though. Anyway. Okay. Darkness below. Yeah, let's just drop 1,000 gil on a teleport. That's cool. Also, I basically just have upgrades from here for Monk, right? Like, I don't... Riddle of Wind and Fire's Reply. Wind's Reply and Fire's Reply are, like, the only new abilities that I get. And Brotherhood. I guess I need to do that. But that I get from the quest. Yeah, Wind's Reply, Six-Sided Star. Isn't that an upgrade? Or something? Closes all chakra upon execution. Additional effect increases movement speed. Critical hits with this weapon skill will not open a chakra. This weapon skill does not share a recast timer with any other actions. Okay, so it's no GCD. Recast timer for this action will be applied to all other weapon skills. Upon execution, the recast timer for this action will be applied to all other weapon skills and magic actions. Okay, so that is a, like, niche thing, then. Yeah, yeah, because it's an ability, so it's off global cooldown. So what's the purpose of Six-Sided Star? Is it just to... Is it like a finishing move? I really wonder what that's about. Anyway. Not the point. Oh, I'm in the Alamegan Quarter. Okay. No need. Darkness below. Ah, right. You're not from around here. Can't imagine what call you'd have to chat with me, but by all means, if you've got something to ask away. Nothing. Middle-aged Highlander. It looks like a... what's his name? From Street Fighter. Guile. In the palace? No, not me, lad. Surely you've heard stories of the Mad King? He used to hold public executions up on the divine audience. Anyone, and I mean anyone, suspected of conspiring against the crown was flung from the top of those steps. Suffice it to say, I stayed as far away from that palace as possible. Mature maid. Want to hear an old mate's stories, do you? Aye, well, most of what I know of the Mad King is common knowledge. He'd only see His Royal Majesty when he deigned to attend the executions he'd ordered. After a while, even watching his enemies die wasn't enough to coax him out of hiding. So he started seeing assassins in every shadow. Once set foot outside the palace walls. I was offered to work there as a royal servant once, but mere thought of it left me in a cold sweat. Oof. Yeah, that's fair, honestly. What's going on there? Both of you alright? I am lost. But I'm gonna keep being lost confidently. I need to get a Palico. I also need to play Monster Hunter more. I think a playthrough of World could be fun. I think a Monster Hunter marathon could be fun, actually. Just go through, like, as many Monster Hunter games as possible. I don't know. I don't think I would do, like, a full playthrough, but do, like... Do a dragon and the, flagship. Do the flagship monster and then the dragon from, like, each game. I served at the pleasure of King Theodoric, and I lived to tell the tale. One of the palace guards I was. Truth be told, it was a dark chapter in my life, and one I'd sooner forget. Hardly a night went by when we didn't hear the blood-curdling screams echoing from the inner chambers, which, of course, we were under orders to ignore. Though we'd stand still as statues, trying not to imagine what horrors were unfolding within. If you're hell's-bent on finding out what happened in the palace, head down the street here and ask old Arnold. He was the king's head scribe. Yes, I'm Arnold. What do you want with me? You would have me dredge up some decidedly unsavory memories. Yet, if Ala Mhigo is to move forward, we must needs acknowledge the misdeeds of the past. Very well. I shall tell you what I remember. I take it you know of Theodoric's paranoia and the public executions of his kinsmen. Those were terrible enough. But in his last days, the king's fevered mind settled upon an even grislier method of disposal, which only a chosen few were unfortunate enough to witness. His Majesty ordered the court thaumaturge to unleash a vile curse upon the remaining members of the royal family. A magic which transformed them into fiends of hideous aspect. Resulting monstrosities were then cast into darkness below the palace. Even now my sleep is troubled by nightmares. If others of Theodoric's blood were prone to share his madness, then mayhap it is a kindness that the monarchy ended with him. Yikes. Alright. Oh, someone was doing demonology. Since we're all here, why don't we share what we've learned? Allow me to begin then. As promised, I scoured the Imperial records for any mention of fantastic creatures, and found precisely none. Or fantastic treasures. And found precisely none. It is just possible, I suppose, that a corrupt official deliberately hid the fact of the trove's discovery, hoping to enrich himself, but I find it rather unlikely that so valuable a find would stay secret for long. I conclude that our prize either does not exist, or that the Imperials somehow overlooked it. But what of you, Aden? What were your investigations any more fruitful? Turned into monsters? And what would he mean by this darkness beneath the palace, I wonder? I met an old man in Alagiri who spoke of the palace's subterranean prison, but he said not of cursed abominations. The Imperial archives were also silent on the subject of fiends inside the palace grounds. Would his scribe fellow have been spinning him a yarn, do you think? Or do you believe him, Aden? His fear seemed genuine. If he was afraid, that does lend credence to the tale, though I'm not sure how that helps us in our search. Do not be so hasty. Arnold's anecdote may very well have told us where the trove is hidden, but ere I share my theory, there is a matter I would clarify. Arenvold, you spoke of light-hearted adventure, but I sense a deeper motive for this expedition. Why are you so intent on finding this treasure? It wasn't all pretense, I swear it, but... you're right. My father was in the Imperial Army, man of Garlean blood. I trust you know what I mean when I say that my Alamegan mother did not welcome my arrival. Ooh, yikes. As I grew, she would check my brow over and over, convinced that a spot on my skin was emerging third eye. And you see in pureblood Garleans. My mother did not care for this taunting reminder of my heritage, and took up a knife. War paint serves to cover the scar. Oh, I thought that was just for Tiligo. In the end, she turned me out into the street, and I was left to haunt the alleyways of Alamigo, fair child who got what he needed through begging, cunning, or worse. Best I can say about the years that followed is that I survived. I hated the animal I'd become. Eventually I left the city behind me, and I joined a group of refugees bound for the other side of the wall. It was then that I turned to adventuring, and that road led me to the company of the Scions. Boom. Arnvald, my guy. You need a hug? Tell you this so that you understand. I know all too well what poverty and hunger can do to a person. I drew steel on ordinary folk for a measly crust of bread. Theodoric's gold, I could spare my countrymen the shame of living like that. Thank you, Arnvold, and I apologize. That cannot have been pleasant to recall. But I felt it best to be clear in our intention. Well, Aden, are you content to surrender the treasure to Arenvold's noble cause, and claim the thrill of adventure as your reward? Yeah. No, that's honestly fair. Then I should be glad to tell you of my theory on the resting place of the Mad King's Trove, if you are minded to hear it. The accessories of fending... Can I not get them with tombstones? Aiming, healing, casting... The monk ones are higher. Even if I am grinding materia on Dark Knight. Actually, mayhap it would be better if we first adjourn to a more suitable location. In case of a rival treasure hunter overhears our plans, you mean? Good thinking. That was not exactly the reason, but is certainly a valid concern. Let us reconvene on the southern edge of Loch Seld. A high bank. Oop. May mount up. Oh right, I can't fly here yet. Yay. Ether currents. I'll get those later. I have the quest ones to do anyway. Place is pretty. Oh, forgive me. It was not my intention to draw out proceedings. I simply wish to have the lock in sight while I explain things. Oop. Prior to the great flood of the 6th Umbral Calamity, the salt lakes you see before you were yet dry ravines. And this, believe it or not, was the site of the ancient city of Scala, which rose and fell during the 5th Astral Era. From what we know of the period, the city was already deserted by the time the waters began to rise, having been all but destroyed by war. Yet, its ruins remain to this day at the bottom of Loch Seld. It is my belief that the darkness beneath the palace mentioned by Theodoric's former scribe was not a reference to a prison, but to a place still further below, the ruins of Scala. I further surmise that the Mad King's unfortunate kinsmen were cast down there not simply out of desire to punish them, but to discourage exploration. Theodoric wanted to keep the ruins secure. Wait, you're saying they were meant to guard the Mad King's trove? Precisely. And since we know the court thaumaturge was involved, we can safely assume that any entrance into the old city would have been magically concealed. Which would explain how a legion of Imperial soldiers and the gods know how many Alamegans never found a trace of the trove. We, however, have certain advantages which they did not enjoy. Aden, would you be so good as to swim down to the bottom of the loch and search for an underwater route into the ruins? While you do that, Arenvold and I will seek out an ensorcelled portal within the palace. What is my notification? Wait, do I need to go? I need to, Sorry, I was distracted by DMs. Yeah, this is gonna take a minute. Midgard Summer. Ooh, ho ho ho. You discover a passage that appears to lead under the palace foundations. Press on and find out where it goes. Suppose I should open this. So I need to figure out if I want to use those. Wait. Oh, it's just a ring. Okay, I like the bracelet. Not a big fan of that. Alright, let's see the earrings. Ooh, I do like the earring, though. Stone door. Come on, there's a crack right there. You come to a worn stone door, standing temptingly ajar. It would appear you have found an entrance into the subterranean ruins. Aden, it's Alpha now. We have searched the prison beneath the palace and found a teleportation portal concealed by enchantment. The markings indicate it leads to an underground cavern. What news on your end? And you believe it leads into the ruins? Then I dare say we will be able to meet within. Go on, and head through the door. By the way, I took the liberty of calling on a friend for help. I guarantee she's both dependable and discreet. We'll see you soon. Okay. Moldva? Insufficient item level, god damn it. Oh, that's why they gave me the accessories. Dark Knight, recommended gear. Should have taken the striker. Whatever. Gonna take a bit longer, but get more Dark Knight time, so. This is what I get for hopping between classes. Planning to do Shadowbringers this Dark Knight anyway, though. So. Losing aggro on people. That's a shame. I'm not used to using Darkest Night. So I do really need to get used to the high level Dark Knight stuff. So I suppose it's good that I'm doing this. Need a bit of practice. Here, let me actually read what this does. So, my understanding, before reading this more in depth, is that if the shield breaks, you get a free cast of Edge of Darkness. Or when it expires. I don't know.
With you.
Oh, I can't get past these guys without... I can't, like, pull more from these guys. Seriously, I'm not... Oh, I don't have tank stance on. Jesus. Yeah, good thing I'm not doing this. I'm only doing this with NPCs. Jesus, that's embarrassing. Hello. So I want to be using all of the stacks from Delirium on Bloodspiller or Quietus, right? Also, I didn't actually finish reading this in depth. Grants Dark Arts when the barriers completely consume Dark Arts. Consume dark arts instead of MP to execute Edge of Darkness or Flood of Darkness. Yeah, okay, so it grants a free cast of one of those when it's completely trained. Grants 3 stacks of Delirium and Blood Weapon. Each stack allows the execution of Quietus of Bloodstone without black blood cost. Attack does not stack when hitting multiple targets with a single attack. Oh, I see. Okay. When landing either weapon skill, each stack increases blood gauge by 10 and restores MP upon landing weapon skills or spell. Okay. By spells, does it mean abilities? I don't think I have actual spells. Oh no, okay. I do have a spell. I see. Come at me. Oh, didn't catch you. Oh, come on, you can't even get through this barrier? Okay, there we go. I was gonna be like, if you can't even get through this barrier, that's pitiful. Can I pull anymore? Doesn't look like it.
Focus. Release. Away with you.
Okay. I like this Dark Knight loot. It's fun. Healthy. What are you doing outside of SMT? Healthy, I've heard the legends of it.
Leave it to me!
I feel like Dark Knight is like the only class I have to actually manage MP on.
For Abba and Ollie!
Right, I forgot I have a bat closer that I can consistently use.
For the House of Levier!
Eh. Not bad. Alec Ring of Casting. Okay, this is honestly a fun... I like the aesthetic of this as a dungeon. Very, very fun. Yeah, saying this is a place of worship. Too bad. Okay, so it can work on mend is the deal.
Away with you!
Oh shit. I should not be staying in AoEs with NPC healer. It's not a good idea.
I have my prize! Try this! Away with you!
I need to get MP potions so I can chuck those to spam Edge of Darkness and Flood of Darkness. Alright, let's see if I can pull all these guys. Probably not.
Leave it to me!
Yep. This is a bit too much for the for Alphino to handle on his own. Alright, well now we know. Ugh, I'm like eating my own hair here. Shouldn't Wondrous Tales let me do, like... Or does it not extend to any content past Heaven's Ward? So I forgot to grab this, so I guess that's a good thing I came back. Not gonna beat my current accessories, frankly. Alright, just you two right now. Okay, so it does appear to activate when the barrier just expires. Happy, Alphino? You got your easy healing time.
Release!
Alright, actually just gonna test this. Oh, it didn't give me, didn't give me the thing. It is nice to have just like spammable mitigation like that, or like relatively spammable. I actually really enjoy that. And the fact that it encourages you to take more damage is kind of nice, actually. Like, I could shy away from that, but I think that that's actually like a net good, considering that high-end stuff is going to demand taking damage anyway. Oh, that didn't get rid of the bear. Okay, damn. There we go.
Away with you!
Activate plant transformation. Oh no. That said, I don't want to give myself vulnerability stacks if I don't have to.
Leave it to me!
I feel like I've seen Jamal's those before. Yippee! 21. Gallic Cap of Healing. A weird, haunting lullaby.
away with you!
A bridge appears. And there's kind of only one way through here, so. Are we gonna... Dang it, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? Okay. It does look like a prison. For it not being a prison, kinda looks like a prison. But, whatever. 3 gazelle horn. That's a interesting drop. Okay. Soldiering on. Oh, there's a treasure chest back there that I think I missed. I'm using the Darkest Night so much that I'm forgetting that I have other mitigations. These guys are doing a lot of damage. Kind of needing to remember it. This is good.
Leave it to me!
Okay. The wall collapses. What the hell is that portrait? Okay, I want that as a mount. Let's go back and get that treasure chest though. Make sure. I mean, there was one over here? I could have sworn I missed one. Maybe not. No, I guess I got it. Okay. Alright. Alright, put up Blackest Night before I go in. The Blackest Night. Come on, you want to hit me harder?
Try this!
Oh dear. Yeah, I saw that coming, but I didn't get it in time. Blackest Night isn't doing much here, honestly. I'm like actually just not taking enough damage for it to be relevant. It's kind of funny and pitiful.
Focus. Release!
Oh, that I actually got a proc of it. Okay. There we go. I just need to do it in anticipation of his attacks. Need to be better at doing anticipating, frankly.
Try this!
Alright, the MP management is actually much more relevant with Blackest Night around, I feel like. Because before it was just spam Flood of Darkness whenever you're able. Damn, I'm getting tomestones out the wazoo. I like Photofin. Oh. Okay, sure. This is not at all a weird fashion. Nope, totally normal. I like the augmented hellfire set.
It would appear this place is yet inhabited by King Theodoric's kin, or what is left of them. The work of terrible magics, I fear.
They've been alive for hundreds of years.
Terrible, aye. But their misfortune is our fortune?
Oh, I didn't even realize that the trove was all around us.
Right.
By the 12, there is even more than I imagined.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
Yeah, no problem. Arnvold and I tried to do our fair share, but I fear you ended up bearing the bulk of the burden as usual. You truly led the way with your adventuring prowess, my friend. Aye, without your help, I reckon we'd still be fumbling about in the dark. Glad I called on you. I must say, I'm still reeling at the sight of that mountain of riches. What? Like how you reeled at the sight of that floating spectre, you mean? Only she could have seen the look on your face, Alphino. Oh! Must we dwell on such momentary lapses? We found the Mad King's trove, and that is all that matters. Well, just an aside, we must tell people the good news, and I think Lise should be the first. Seconded, she is bound to be delighted. If I'm no longer needed, then I shall take my leave. Of course, don't let us keep you. Thanks again, and say hello to Varma for me. Now then, there's to be a meeting of representatives from across Alamego. Wrong voice. Now then, there is to be a meeting of representatives from across Alamego, so Lise is sure to be in the city. Shall we seek her out? Excuse me, gonna change back into my monk get up. Butcher's blood. Suppose I don't need my own nameplate displayed. Item UI? Hide. Play server info, limit gauge. When targeted? But that doesn't tell me if it's friend or foe, and I don't plan on doing much PvP. HP bar settings when... Yeah. Oh, when HP is low, below 100%, sure. Out of battle, yeah. It'll be less distracting. Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? Glad you asked, Lise. I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. Excuse me. You're joking. The Mad King's trove. I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people. But they didn't have Arden and Alphino in their party. Credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it all, I vote that it go towards alleviating the suffering of Alamego's poor. If there's as much as you say. Ironvault did not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it on our own. I've taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there is one other thing. When the time comes to draw up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alphino. I don't have a head for the details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us. Oh, excuse me. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alphino. Of course. I shall be at your disposal. Mander, we've got a problem. Deep breaths. Tell me what's happened. Mobs gathered outside headquarters and they've started making demands. You'd best come and see for yourself. They're going to demand the treasure.
Step back, all of you!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
Oh?
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Bring her out! Bring her out!
What's going on?
This is Jamoldva.
Someone let slip about Fedorla.
Oh.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it! We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down!
Wrong thing to say.
Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Aye, and my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
So that's what all the fuss is about.
Ah, Robon.
Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo.
Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well.
Yep.
That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers.
Alright, so he's at least allaying.
I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance. But we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
Yep. Well said. The applaud's a bit corny, though.
I know you're right, I do. But I can't.
You can. You can, lad. You can Can I do it, lad? Say you can, I bet you can. My thanks, Robon. Owing to their anger, I could feel myself being swept away. It is a difficult tide to stem. It was that same rage that brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. But now the war is over, and all the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, and it's not just here. We have reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folk known to have cooperated with the Garleans. It starts with insults most often, but then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. But maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. When do we go back to Doma? That doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I'm going to give up before I've even begun. Who are these representatives exactly? Oh, village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own, so we've planned a summit of sorts. We've even invited the Ananta and the Chichirn to participate. Alamigo stands at crossroads, and this meeting could decide which path it takes. The matter for Dola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Then let's execute her and be done with it. She herself asked to be put to death. Nago! I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy the people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated? And everyone who didn't resist? There'd be no one left. And we'd be no better than Theodoric and Xenos. I think she's right. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordola? Only, I caught a glimpse of her past. A moment of it anyway. During the fight. She's done terrible things, aye. Unforgivable things, but in some ways she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born. And that's something I can understand. Alright. Speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come and join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. You have the commander's permission to enter, then? Indeed we do.
Well, well, well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you?
Yes.
Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
Oh, that would be too kind.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless. There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it.
No.
I killed your men. I killed my men. And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance.
You don't believe that.
That's a lie, and you know it. You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind?
You're trying to escape.
Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fedora. I see you for what you are.
Oh. Imagine just like hearing your heartbeat suddenly and then going into a hallucination. I guess not a hallucination.
Come along, Fadola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
Wait, wasn't that the guy we freed in the dungeon?
Right. Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
No, it wasn't. The same guy, different color clothing. I was mistaken. Gaius von Belsar is a very kind man. Is a hell of a sentence.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Father, what did that man call us?
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who'd gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
Okay, the first part was accurate. The second part was unnecessary.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, you almost make me sympathize with you.
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
I don't so much like this turn of tone.
Fadola!
Traitors!
Please, you have to do something. My husband and daughter are in danger.
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of arms.
Ooh, that's harsh.
We're citizens. We have rights.
I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive.
Traitors!
Okay.
Traitors!
But yeah, the Imperials aren't doing anything to intervene in this. Ooh. Jesus, that's harsh.
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
You're a dick. Worse than that, but words escape me. But it is true, that's not how you get people on your side, is by
Adela,
throwing rocks at them.
please. You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier?
You wear this your father's war paint.
Oh, gods. What have you done to your face?
Are those tattoos?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honoring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Not the way to call your husband. But
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them.
yep.
If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage.
He's right on that count.
So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time.
Oh, yay, the people that you... Wait, no, they died.
It'll be
Probably
hard.
a long time ago.
Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
And that's where she's wrong, is that they won't let you be free.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes. Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
I like Ironbald.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past?
Yep.
And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they?
Yes and no.
Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a goddamn thing about the life I've led! The bastards.
Can we call her a tinhead lover right now and just really set her off?
The bastards that let it happen! My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
You realize it's the Imperials that let this happen, though. Oh, and she sees what we did. Oh, the Hirschfeld grave, though. Yeah, you think I've had it easy?
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone.
Nah. Just you.
The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
The how is therapy, the why is good loot. Because I choose to.
Damn you. Damn you all.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it.
Yep.
Let's go.
Sorry, for some reason I'm thinking of a Mac Miller lyric. Yeah? Echoes of an echo. I don't know what that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. Aye, and I've found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Arden, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing, though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. It's a lot of bad memories to deal with. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who was born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the Immortal Flames have been scouring that research facility ever since the Liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. General Alden's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go pay him a visit, shall we? That was nice to have those flashbacks, though. Very cool. I was gonna... Oh, right, the orchestrion scroll in the inventory. Oh. There we go. Okay. Moving on. Nice to get a bit of a lore dump. Bit of a change of pace from like all the combat that was last time. Resonatorium Guard. General Alden is inside, aye. We'll be joining him. Yes, and please give me more voice cutscenes. I don't want to... I want to enjoy the show. I'm gonna talk... This feels like a good point to talk with Alphino, actually. I'm gonna do that. Seeing this facility, I'm reminded of what they did to Kryle. That all you got? I received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Thank you. Ugh, I should burn this place to the ground and be done with it. What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it? Yes. As expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Arnvald noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome Scion's expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. Well, we have nothing but time. The device in which Kral was held seems even more ominous now you know its purpose. Surrounding pods are marked Supply Subject, while this one bears the label Master Subject. They just provide ether, but this one provides the actual connection to the Echo. The Ironworks received a request. And I've been recording everything of interest. You notice the labeling. All the pods are designed to drain the ether of the occupant, save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior's been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. What purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Oh, it's for attunement. The Kral didn't have her ether drained so much as copied. Or are those bodies? I hope those aren't bodies. They might be, though. And that's a scary prospect. Leave this section to me. Okay. So many bodies. Every one of them a victim of these experiments. Few show signs of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible ether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Okay, so they are bodies. I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Arden, shall we start with you? So they were making this new anime plot. Taken in combination with the testimonies of Krile and Thancred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with ether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Krile, the patterns of her etheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Krile's echo? I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Krile is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fodola. I see. But she's not used to it. Soldiers who guard Fodola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. There's a sentry at her door night and day. Can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. You don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Honestly, it's kind of a fitting fate for her. She gets to live the lives of those that she wronged. There's a poetic justice in that. Indeed. As you may recall, Azael was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Hresvelga's past. Fodola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. Guilt must be unbearable. It explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these god's-forsaken procedures, and Fordola remains our best source of information. You'll not be getting her wish. Not yet.
Right.
Keep faith, lass. If you are to convince the others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned.
I understand. Thank you, General. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go.
We need to figure out a way to undo it.
I go looking for answers about the Echo and end up getting schooled by Robon.
Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. I wonder people listen to him and not me. General Alden is a veteran of countless campaigns, Elise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience.
I know. I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority, and how much I still have to learn.
I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay?
'Tis a quandary which countless refugees now face. Continue the life they built in Uldar, or start again in the land of their birth.
Aden, a moment. Pippin, hi.
I am newly returned from Uldar with a message from the Sultana. Her Grace desires an audience with you.
She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience.
Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends.
An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans.
Yes, we'd all like to know about those. Alpha no, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Aden.
Oh, Dominty.
Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasures to good use shows no sign of answering itself. What would be about it, Arnfold?
I'm at your beck and call.
And I should be getting back to my own tasks. I'll organize a squad to head down to the ruins and then start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, send Nanamo my regards, Aden.
And ours too, if you please. We shall see you upon your return. Speak with Bartholomew and Uldar. Okay. We're gonna do this conversation, then end. It'll be about the perfect time. Ethernet. Aim for a roll? Yeah. Wonder if I can farm collectibles to get materia instead of just needing to do dungeons.
I thank you for answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy.
I don't think I've heard her post-ARR
The
voice.
liberation of Alamigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel. I speak of Rauban and his future.
Ah, cool. I don't have to ask about it.
All know the tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Uldar home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Alamigo. And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss. Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side. I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt.
It's a big choice. I don't blame him.
Whether Rauban chooses to remain in Uldar or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret. Yet, how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him? It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears. Might I have your company for a brief adventure? Wonderful. Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
Okay. Speak with Nanamo outside the quicksand. That's the Adventurers Guild, right? Yeah. Good old Uldar. Adventurers Guild.
Chance you remember Lilira, the merchant's daughter? This is the persona I assume when I venture beyond the palace walls to observe my subjects unnoticed. Ordinarily, Papashan would accompany me, but for this particular outing I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Over the course of your many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life, in every corner of Eorzea, and I would make use of your worldly experience. Now, let us be on our way. Our first destination is Stone's Throw. It's beyond the gates of Nald.
Western Thanalan, right? No? Okay, yeah. God, I'm feeling the lack of a vocal warm-up today.
Look upon this procession of tattered tents. These refugees camp in squalor at the mercy of the elements and Thanalan's predators both. The city's mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is. And unless blessed by the hand of Nald himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Uldar. 20 years have passed since the fall of Alamigo and 5 since the calamity, yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls upon me.
Your hands have been tied, Your Grace.
Yes, my authority is limited. That is an obstacle I must work to overcome. Shall we press on? I would follow the road to the unholy air.
Oh, it's something outside Drybone, I guess that is. Is that even further than that?
It was here in this wholly unremarkable place that my mother and father met their doom. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interests in eastern Thanalan when an untimely rock slide crushed their carriage. To this day, it is not certain if the incident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Roban once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth he assumed I must surely crave. But I refused. Even if my parents' death were orchestrated by the monetarists, it would only have brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of their power and place our nation in the hands of the citizens, quite unaware of the consequences of my actions would have for you and yours. I shudder to think how many goodly souls paid the price for my naivety. But I am no longer a child reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not be used as a pawn in the monetarist damnable games. Forgive me my outburst. You're one of the few people to whom I feel I can speak my mind. Come, let us return to Uldar and visit the Colosseum.
Okay. Is this like a cave? I've never been in here, now that I think about it. There are no veins in the cave? What is this? What is this nonsense? I guess I don't need to display my own HP bar over my head if I have it right here constantly. Chamber of Rule. Nope. Colosseum. Gladiators Guild. Can't jump down in there, correct? No. Invisible wall. Too bad.
The moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years I simply signed where I was told to sign and sat where I was told to sit, blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come from that ignominious chapter in my life, for it was during an official visit to the Colosseum that I first met Roban. The match I had been invited to attend was not all what I expected. They had pitted the Bull of Alamigo against a dozen or so rival gladiators. Blinkered though I was, I could not stand for so obvious an injustice and demanded to see a fair fight, one man against another, and my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned of the gambling ring which had arranged for Roban to die on the sands that day. Regardless, my intervention meant that Roban had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did. And when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. Surrounded as I was by lies and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theatre. But, as you know, Roban is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years of fighting on the blood sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to not as to buy not only his freedom, but a seat on the syndicate. And then I had my blade.
Oh, okay, echo time. Damn, he just parried that straight up. That's sick as hell, though.
Your Grace, you mustn't! The danger is too great! Please, Your Grace, come back! I beg of you!
She's just scurrying and hopping over dead
You're
bodies.
the one who needs looking after, Master Shum. Rabon!
Your Grace, I have kept the promise made.
So you have, and in turn, so too shall I keep mine.
Yeah, that was cute.
With your winnings, you have become one of the 6 most wealthy souls in all Uldar. And so, as tradition dictates, Rauben Aldin, you have earned yourself a seat on the Syndicate. May your new station garner you still greater glories.
I am honored, Your Grace, and vow to serve with every fiber of my being from this day till my last.
Ah, so he did make an oath, which is probably why he's doing it. Okay, that's a little bit creepy.
Long live the Sultana, and long live Uldar!
Regardless, it's kind of sweet.
Words cannot well express what that man means to me. There are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Pashan's love for me is that of a grandsire for his grandchild. But upon matters of governance, I cannot turn to bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. Roban, with the authority of his syndicate position, was the first sword I could wield. His was the only edge which would cut the strings that bound me.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Nice way to end things. I'm gonna be back on either Tuesday or Wednesday. There's a challenge in Destiny 2 that is out that I want to, or is going to be out that I want to do. I'll see you then. That'll actually be a pretty fun time. I'll also rearrange the UI for that a little bit, make it just clean up the overlay. And I'll see you next time. Get some food, stretch, hydrate. You deserve it. Love yourself. Love each other. Have a good day.